Late night Walmart runs. We all do them. You go in, grab what you need, get out. But sometimes, danger walks right beside you, and you don't even realize it until it's already too late. It was around 11:30 p.m. when I walked into Walmart, just trying to grab a few things before heading home. Right at the entrance, I noticed a man standing by the carts. He looked normal, hoodie, jeans, scrolling on his phone. Nothing weird, nothing threatening. I passed him, grabbed my basket, and went about my business. But as I moved through the aisles, I saw him again, and then again, and again. Once near the cereal, then by the drinks, then in the personal care section. He wasn't shopping. He wasn't holding anything. He was just there. But I didn't think much of it. It was late, the store was quiet, and I just assumed he happened to be going the same direction I was. Looking back now, I should have trusted that first twist in my gut. Eventually, I checked out, walked outside, and headed for my car in the dim, mostly empty parking lot. I got in, locked the doors, habit, and sat for a second to arrange my bags. That's when I saw him again. He walked out of Walmart with nothing in his hands. No bag, no receipt, no cart, nothing. Just walking straight into the night. Still, I brushed it off, until the moment everything changed. A loud tap hit my windshield. I jumped, heart slamming against my ribs. My driver's side wiper blade was lifted, sticking straight up into the air, and that's when everything finally clicked. However, I'd heard about this trick before. Someone hides near your car, raises your wiper, and waits for you to step out to fix it. Then they grab you, pull you into a vehicle, disappear with you. I froze, staring through my windshield, every nerve in my body waking up all at once. The man I kept seeing inside, the one I ignored, the one who followed me out without buying anything. He wasn't shopping, he was tracking me. My breath got shallow, my fingers went numb, but I kept a straight face. I didn't look around, I didn't panic. I put the car in drive and rolled forward, slowly. The raised wiper slapped against the windshield every few seconds, each hit loud enough to make me flinch, but I did not stop. As soon as I turned toward the exit, I checked my rearview mirror, and there he was. He stood up from between two cars, like he had been crouched down, hiding, waiting for me to open my door. His face tightened when he saw me driving away. And then, another man stepped out from the shadows near a dark SUV parked 2 rows back. I felt my whole chest lock up. This wasn't a coincidence. This was a setup. I didn't stop. I didn't look back. I drove straight out of that parking lot with the wiper flapping wildly, and I didn't breathe until I reached a gas station with bright lights and cameras. Only then did I get out and push the wiper back down. And even then, my hands were shaking. That night taught me something I wish more people understood. Pay more attention to your surroundings. Some people come into your life as friends, and some come in pretending to be, while slowly trying to replace you. I didn't understand the difference until I met Marcus. We started off cool. We hung out, joked around, played ball, and grabbed food. At first, he seemed like a regular dude, quiet but friendly. He'd ask me questions about my routine, my goals, my family, my job. I didn't think anything of it. I thought he was just being a good friend. But sometimes, curiosity is actually data gathering, and I didn't see the warning signs until they were too late. The first weird moment came when he started dressing like me. At first, it was just a hoodie, then the same shoes, then the same cologne. He even asked me what haircut I got, and 2 days later, showed up with the exact same one. I laughed it off. People get influenced by their friends, right? But Marcus didn't want influence. He wanted duplication. Then he started showing up everywhere I was. I'd be at the gym, he'd walk in. I'd be at the store, he'd show up minutes later. I'd be at a restaurant, he'd text, "Hey, you here?" before I even posted anything. At first, I thought it was a coincidence. But after the 10th time, I realized coincidence left the chat. One night, I was on my porch around midnight, just relaxing, scrolling on my phone, when I heard someone walking up my driveway. It was Marcus. No call, no text, no warning, just showed up unannounced. "I was in the area," he said, but his eyes weren't normal. They were wide, unfocused, like he'd been on something. That was the night I started distancing myself. Slow replies, short conversations, less time around him. But the more distance I created, the closer he tried to get. He would message me constantly. If I didn't reply in minutes, he'd hit me again. "Bro, you good? Why aren't you answering? I saw you were active. Why didn't you respond? I thought we were closer than this." The pressure got weird. It felt like he was trying to force himself into every corner of my life. The breaking point happened when I told him I needed space. He didn't take it like a normal friend. He snapped. "So we're boys, but you can't return a call? Can't answer a text? That's how it is now?" That was the moment I blocked him. Phone, socials, everything. But it didn't end. He started messaging my siblings, people he'd never even met. "Tell him to unblock me. I need to talk to him. He knows why." He contacted my friends too, asking where I was, what I was doing, who I was with. One night, my brother called me whispering because he showed up in his Instagram DMs at 2 a.m., asking if he knew my schedule. People talk about stalkers like they're strangers, but sometimes it's the person you let get closest to you. I finally changed my number, locked down my accounts, and told my family not to respond to him at all. For a while, things went quiet, but every few months, someone will tell me he messaged them again. A cousin, a coworker, a friend from college, always with the same message: "I just need to talk to him." But here's what I learned. When someone tries to become you, being ignored feels like death to them, and they will fight to stay in your life long after they're gone. I don't know where Marcus is now. I don't know what he does. But sometimes, late at night, I'll see a blocked number call come through, or an empty friend request from a brand new profile. All I could think about was Psalm 37:32, which says, "The wicked watches the righteous and seeks to slay him." I wasn't expecting anything unusual that night. It was just dinner, a simple first date with someone I'd been talking to for a couple of weeks. His name was Adrian. He was polite over text, good at conversation, and funny in a dry sort of way. Normal, completely normal. We met at a casual Italian restaurant. He showed up on time, held the door for me, complimented my outfit, all the things you'd expect from a decent guy. Dinner flowed easily. We talked about work, hobbies, travel, and even favorite TV shows. He listened well. He didn't interrupt. He wasn't pushy or awkward. Honestly, it felt like one of the better first dates I'd had in a while. Nothing set off alarms. Not until he started asking about my address, my roommates, and how close I lived. Still, I shrugged it off as innocent first date questions. There were no weird comments, no uncomfortable vibes. Just a nice evening with someone who seemed genuinely interested. When it was time to go, he walked me to my car, respectfully, giving me space, not hovering. We hugged, said goodnight, and I got in my car feeling good, hopeful even. I pulled out of the parking lot, smiling to myself. That's when I saw the headlights appear behind me. At first, I didn't think much of it. It was a public road. People drive in the same direction all the time. But after the third turn, the same set of headlights stayed glued to me. Left turn, he turned left. Right turn, he turned right. Every lane change I made, he matched perfectly. Not too close, not too far. I glanced in my mirror. My stomach tightened. It was Adrian's car. At first, I told myself it was coincidence. Maybe he lived nearby. Maybe he was heading in the same direction. But with every turn I made, the air in my chest got heavier. So I tested it. I turned down a random residential street I had no reason to be on. He turned too, no hesitation. My hands tightened on the wheel. That creeping cold feeling slid up my spine. Something wasn't right. The normal, polite, charming man from dinner was now trailing me through dark side streets at 10:30 p.m. I tried one more thing. I made another unexpected turn, this time sharper, quicker. He followed immediately. No doubt, no mistake. He was following me. The smile I'd left dinner with evaporated instantly, replaced by a tight knot of fear. I didn't go home. I didn't even go near my neighborhood. Instead, I remembered something my dad once told me. If you're ever being followed, take them somewhere they don't expect. So, I made a long, sweeping turn, almost like I accidentally missed something. and headed toward the bright, glowing lights of the police station a few blocks away. As soon as I turned into the station entrance, something changed. Adrian's car slammed on the brakes in the middle of the road. His headlights froze. His silhouette stiffened. And then he sped off, fast, like he'd been caught doing something he absolutely shouldn't be doing. I pulled into a parking spot, hands trembling, heart pounding so loud I could feel it in my neck. I sat there for a full minute, trying to process how a normal, calm, perfectly pleasant date turned into a silent chase through the city. The officer at the front desk asked if I needed help, but all I could say was, "I think someone tried to follow me home." Never heard from him again. No explanation, no apology, nothing. I blocked him. The whole situation did not make sense to me.